Coffee Hour. Welcome to Coffee with our morning host. We broadcast a host of programs like current topics, newspaper headlines, and music on Radio Sri Lanka. Tune in every weekday from 7 to 8 a.m.
Welcome to another program of Coffee Hour this morning right here on Radio Sri Lanka. We have a guest this morning in the studio as well. Well, he's a talented and dynamic personality, a data engineer, certified cloud architect, and also many more credentials listed after his name. So, first of all, a very good morning to you, Mr. Chammeera De Silva.
Good morning.
And let me start by asking you, how did you achieve all these at such a young age, Mr. De Silva?
So it was there in my mind when I was a kid. I used to start all of learning this stuff by looking at television at the time, and currently I used to use internet to study all of this. And for my motivation was when I was kid is I self-study a lot. I never depend on a lecturer or a teacher or whatever the person. I always used to study a lot by learning by myself. So it was the key thing to becoming a personality like this at this stage.
That's great indeed. Country is blessed with such talented youth like you. Well, let's start off the program. Well, today's program is on artificial intelligence, a branch of computer science which continues to evolve and mature, and the hype around it has accelerated. And a time to come, AI will definitely impact our daily lives in almost everything that we do. And a very timely and important topic indeed. So let's start off, Mr. Chammeera De Silva, by explaining to our listeners what artificial intelligence is.
In the modern world, everyone is trying out to automate everything. So by using technology, what we can do is automate all the tasks and increase the efficiency of the human. So modernized computer science world have come up with this artificial intelligence. Basically, let me explain this by simple example. When I was a kid, so my mother used me to train me all the objects by showing them. And when I was 1 year, 2 year old, she showed me objects and trained myself to identify these things. So likewise, modernized world have come up with this AI, and AI has become all the part of the world right now. In each and every domain, we have apply this concept to automate the task and increase the efficiency of the human.
Right. So what are the biggest challenges facing the field of AI?
It's mostly like this. To train an artificial intelligence model, we need tons of data. So due to some ethical issues as well as collection purposes, we are lacking with data collection process. So data is the most crucial part of this AI.
Yes, because you need to feed data to the system, right?
Yes, when we have to collect tons of data to train these models.
Right. So how do you think AI will change the world in the next 10 years?
So let's think about 2004 and 2006. So we weren't use any digital media, digital currency or anything else. But during the pandemic period, so all of the people move out to this digital currencies and all. So in some certain cases, people try to learning from new technologies, and we have brought up new things. So let's say a platform like Coursera. So all these platforms have built on top of this using artificial intelligence, and students start learning by itself, and everything has become very easy for each and every single person. So anyway, that will be the major thing.
Coffee hour on a beautiful Thursday morning. And we are in conversation with Mr. Chammeera De Silva, and currently he is working as a consultant for the world-renowned company Atox as a consultant. So, Chammeera, let me move on to the next question. How do you think AI will change the world in next 10 years? I think you answered that. Then next one is, what are some of the ethical concerns surrounding AI? And how can we ensure that AI is used for good and not for harmful purposes?
So it's like this. In everything, there is a good and bad, both. So if we use AI for good things, it will become good. But if we use it for bad, it will become worse. So, but anyway, as a country, the regulatory body should take over this, and then we have to come up with rules and regulations. Then we can stick into where we can have a good for AI. But if we didn't monitor them properly, so it will automatically go for something worse thing. So anyway, regulatory body or the authorized body should take this under control, and based on there, they have to continue it.
Thank you, Chammeera. And skills that are most important for AI expert to have?
There are a lot of programs running through in this Sri Lanka right now. Each and every stream students are coming to these days to study this artificial intelligence degree program as well as data science programs. So most of the skills that we need is first one is mathematical skills. So most of the students who I'm delivering all the lectures, they don't have much mathematical background. And the next thing is they need to self-study a lot, because as a lecturer, I can teach them like a small thing, only the theory and the practical application of it. But when they go back home, they need to motivate it by themselves to study a lot. So when I was studying, so my lecturers, I get all the theoretical knowledge from them, but I used to self-study a lot. More than 10 to 15 hours per day. So I struggle a lot. So most important part is the motivation to self-study, mathematical background, and the other thing is updating. So we have to be in the industry. So have to talk to the industry consultant and meet the industry people, and we have to search in the internet and what are the new things. So we have to look into the other countries' products as well. So then these skills will be important for to have artificial intelligence.
Very important advice indeed for someone who's trying to get started in a career in AI there from Mr. Chammeera. So, and tell us, what are some of the best resources for learning about AI?
So, there are tons of platforms where we can get start artificial intelligence. The best one would be the Google provided courses. So the Google company provide couple of courses to study artificial intelligence for the beginner to advanced level. So all of them are free. And also there is a platform called Coursera. So where we can get sign in for this website, and we can have more than 70 plus courses for free.
Coursera, you
yes,
said, right?
Coursera, yeah.
Can you spell it out for the...
CORESSE.
Okay, right. So there you go. Best resources for learning about AI you just heard. So
when it comes to AI world, the next question which we had in our mind was the storage. So where we store all this large number of data. So people looking to place where we can store all of this data without having any certain issues. So a couple of companies research about these things, and after a couple of years they have come up with this cloud storage. So basically happening in this cloud storage is we have a physical storage in somewhere else. If we have proper internet connection, throughout the internet connection we can log into our account and save all these data inside a cloud environment. That's why we basically call it as a cloud. Physical storage is somewhere else, but we can access it from anywhere in the world.
So not in the hard drive? It's
not a physical device. It's actually on the internet.
Internet,
yes.
Okay.
So recently, I think world-renowned company Amazon Web Services, they have start operations in Mumbai. It is just because they want to cover up this cloud services for East Asia as well.
Right, so that's all about cloud computing there. And tell us also the challenges of cloud computing.
A country like in Sri Lanka, when we are accessing this cloud service, is most the issue that we always get is the internet connection. So we should have a proper internet connection. I mean the internet speed especially. So it should be like at least minimum of 100 Mbps. So, but in, apart from Colombo, let's talk about the other provinces where the internet speed is very low. So to access to cloud storage and from place like there, so it will be a little bit hard. So that is basically the first thing. And the next one would be a country like Sri Lanka. In Sri Lanka, we are currently facing dollar crisis. So we have to pay for the cloud services using dollars. So during this last 1.5 years, most of the cloud services we have removed, and we bring in back this physical storage devices just because of this dollar crisis. So we need to have a medium to pay for them. Then only we can access all these storages. So, but I would suggest for like Sri Lanka and all the institutes, if we can come up with our own thing, our own cloud service, that would be benefit for the country as well.
Right. So the biggest challenges are, you said, the speed and also using dollars to pay for these cloud services. So those are some challenges with regard to cloud computing. And moving on to data science. What is data science? What exactly does it mean by data science, Chammeera?
Okay, so this is a study where we can use all this data in insightful and meaningful way. So after this, all this last couple of 6 to 5 months, what has happened was everyone trying to talk about this data science. Now modern day, most of the people don't go and study just computer science and software engineering degrees. Everyone looking for data science. So data science is we can use all this data in insightful and meaningful way. So there are a couple of ways that we can start our career opportunities if we study data science. The first one would be as a data analysis. So one of the most highly paid job role at the moment. And this next one would be a data scientist or decision scientist. So for a data scientist, we need like highly mathematical background, as well as we need to have this cloud computing plus artificial intelligence knowledge and hands-on experience as well. And the other one would be this data engineering profession, where we play the role of software engineer and a data scientist. The combination of data scientist and software engineering role would equal to data engineer profession. So in the modernized world, everyone is talking about data. If we talk about a company like Uber, everyone thinks that Uber company earns a ton from providing their services. But it is not actually true. Out of their 70% from the revenue, they are just earning from selling out their data. So data is money basically. So the world is changing modernized days using all this data. So in the future, data science will rock in Sri Lanka as well.
Right. So Chammeera De Silva, so we have come to the end of our program, The Coffee Hour. Anything else that you would like to tell our listeners, especially the young ones who are, trying to get into this field of career, rather get started in a career of AI?
Yeah. So it's like this. If you are planning to start an artificial intelligence related degree, or else data science or cloud computing, before you coming into getting registered into a program, go and do a background research first. And if you are like motivated to study a degree program like this, first thing you need to have a strong mathematical background. So not just after O-levels or just after A-levels, you have to talk to one of your batchmates or anyone else and get familiar with these mathematical concepts before getting registered to this degree programs. That would be really benefit for them. And also during your study period, please make sure to self-study a lot. like platform which we have mentioned, Coursera. So you can get registered with each and every related courses, and you have to follow them properly and complete the questionnaires which they have given and get the certificates. And right after that, if you have relevant qualifications and all, what you have to next do is improve your soft skills. It is very important if you can speak properly, if you can present properly as a manager in the future. You need to have this soft skills as well. The next thing is you have to market yourself. If you do a research in this area, what you have to do is you have to communicate it to the general audience. So if you write something, you should target the general audience as well, because everyone don't know about artificial intelligence. So we need to communicate it properly. So that is my advice for them to come if they are planning to come for this programs.
Wonderful indeed, Mr. Chammeera De Silva. So thank you so much. And we were in conversation with Mr. Chammeera De Silva. Thank you so much for being our guest this morning on the Coffee Hour. The program was produced by Mrs. Indira Nagamwa, and I'm sure the listeners gathered a lot from it and found it very interesting indeed, just like I did. And thank you once again, Mr. Chammeera De Silva, and wishing you a lovely day ahead and all the very best for the future.
Thank you.
The Coffee Hour. Welcome to Coffee with our morning host. We broadcast a host of programs like current topics, newspaper headlines, and music on Radio Sri Lanka. Tune in every weekday from 7 to 8 a.m.